In this episode of Sailing Nandji, we head to sea once again, continue our journey west, crossing the equator.
Satu jam tetap
So digger jam, 300.
We're in love with Indonesia already, as it appears everything is negotiable. Making the most of being in a new city with a new culture, we enjoyed exploring the streets and eating cheaply at the many street stalls. A plate of food will set you back about $2.50 Australian. Surprisingly, we bumped into a young French sailor and his partner who we met 12 months ago in New Caledonia. It was great to catch up. I'm sure we'll see more of these guys somewhere in Indo. As it turns out, we're both heading the same way.
Oh, hey guys, cheers. Just in front.
On the waterfront? Yeah. Instagram, yeah.
We must be the only Westerners in town, as everyone wanted a picture with us.
Jayapura, and we're just going to the market. Apparently there's a huge market to get some fruit and vegetables. Got a few other little supplies to get, but yeah, we've got a 600 nautical mile sail ahead of us to Sorong, which is very cool. Sorong is the city of Raja Ampat, and Raja Ampat is the dive mecca of the world.
Ever talk about the weather to know any better?
Any of the cheese, bro?
Kilo?
Ya. Ya, bagus. Bagus.
No, mango. Anyone know what these things are? They look so weird.
Ya, 1 kilo. It's a growing man with his lapdog. Hey, Bailey. Update on the wireless. We want to get a new anchor chain because our anchor chain at the moment needs to be regalved. So we're going to get a new anchor chain, and we need to know the right size chain to fit what gypsy wheel goes onto the wireless. So there's a bit of a circle at the moment, and it's been really hard to locate a decent anchor chain here in Indonesia. So we're trying to work out our anchor chain logistics to then organise the logistics of the windlass to come to us. There. We picked up 35 metres. But because we're off the bottom, we started to drift in a bit with the wind, so we got to put it in a gear and snap the accelerator cable. So we're just stuck in gear at the moment. We can give it revs, but we can't put it in and out of gear. So I'm going to have to go. Oh no, we're not going to stop here. We'll just sail without it and get to Sorong, because at least we have someone who can speak English at the boatyard who can help us. I'll be able to email him, and he might be able to locate it before we get there as well. But there's nothing here. But yeah, we just need to putt around in circles here. I know it's a really deep bay, so just pick up this last 20 metres of anchor that's flopping around while we're in first gear. With the anchor finally back on Nandji, we set some sails and off to sea we go on a 700 nautical mile passage west to the Indonesian city of Sorong. Put it back on our sailor, please, Benito.
You're going to have to get some new stories and some new jokes, Yosh, if we're going to have a happy passage, and you're going to have to stop trying to tell the boss what to do. You're going to get a lot of fine.
Straight into assuming the position, eh, mate? Good work.
This crazy rainbow thing.
Sometimes leaving port and heading off to sea is the hardest part of the passage. We left late in the afternoon with light winds, but we're excited to continue on our journey.
It's day number 2 of our passage. It's going a lot faster than what we were expecting. We are in the 1 degree latitude, so we are expecting quite light weather. And we have 6 to 8 knots of wind, and we are doing 4 to 5 knots.
Unheard of. Unheard of in Nandji.
It's because there's this beautiful current that's just taking us along, and like all last night our sails were pretty much flapping and we were doing 5 knots, so it was like so good. Maybe we might make it there in 6 days.
Yeah.
See how we go, but yeah, so far so good, loving it.
Figured we stay off the land a bit further because there's a lot of logging and stuff in Papua New Guinea and Papua, and we're not really too keen to crash into a log. Nandji's built like a log and she sails like a log, so they'd probably just hit each other and go our separate ways, but I'm not too interested in finding out the hard way.
I normally cook lentils. Lentils are like my bean of choice. As you know, I'm a pescatarian, but I couldn't find any lentils anywhere. All I could find was mung beans.
Mung beans!
Never cooked mung beans before, and they've always been at the butt of my vegetarian jokes. So, but I thought I'd give it a go. So I soaked the beans last night, and I cooked them this morning until they were nice and soft. I fried up some onions until it was translucent. I put in like some fresh ginger, lots of garlic, and 2 chilies. And then I cooked those in some coconut milk for a while. And then I put the 2 together, and it still needed some flavour. So I put, I think, cardamom pods, cumin, coriander, and turmeric as well. I just fried them in a pan and then added it to it, and it just tastes absolutely amazing. So good.
Now we got mung bean. It may look like some green hideous mess.
Oh, it's so delicious.
But damn, it's got some flavour.
Hey, Molly.
The wind dropped out a couple of hours ago and the sea's just real smooth, so we thought we'd get a bit of a weather forecast, a bit of an update to see what's going on. And it's changed and it looks like we're going to have real calm weather for the next 2, 3, 4 days. We were thinking about motoring, so we just turned the motor on then, and since the gear cable seized on departure, you need to manually click the gearbox into gear, and I went down there to do that then. I noticed the gearbox has just got a little bit of a slight shake, so the gearbox into the plate that attaches to the back of the motor, I don't know what the words are called, but yeah, those bolts must be a little bit loose, so I need to take the gearbox off, tighten that up, put the gearbox back on at sea. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, so I don't know whether I'll do it now or I'll just wait till tomorrow. We're in no rush. Just be nice to get moving again.
This thing just passing through my soul, and you say roll, and you say roll.
Swim faster than Nandji.
This thing just passing.
After 24 hours of bobbing around, the wind finally arrived, filling our sails and sending us west in a hurry.
7 knots.
4 to 5 knots is a comfortable speed for Nandji at night on passage, and with the sun setting, it was time to slow the boat and reef down to prepare for the night ahead.
We just had a squall from the southwest, and now we have a squall from like the northeast, so
Bit of a conundrum on the morning of day 5. We've been sailing upwind for over 24 hours now, which is not the best still when we've still got over 300 miles to reach Sorong. But we've got a straight westerly wind at the moment, So we're heading on a northwest course out to sea, but we really want to be heading west. Yeah, we'll just keep going like this. We've got, we full sail but with the reef main. We're doing 5 knots, you know, like it's fun sailing and it's pretty smooth, but we're just sailing for the sake of sailing because we're not really making any ground where we want to be going. Not only have we been contemplating turning around because we've been upwind sailing for so long, we can't get any charge into the boat because we've got so much cloud cover, and then we're sailing into this. Give us a bone, man! With the weather front looking pretty rowdy, we decided to hove to and let the storm roll through. The clouds became less angry looking, and with a smooth sea, we hoisted the staysail and powered on upwind in the strong breeze. 5 hours later, the sky was clear.
Molly man, Molly man.
Molly, tack, tack. Good boy. Tack. Good boy. One more tack. Good boy. Sit down. Stay. Okay. Oh my God, he loves. Good boy. Still don't have any wind, so we're just rolling around. It's getting pretty uncomfortable and irritating now.
Can you just hold out the exhaust here so I can push the gearbox back in? We're getting a little bit of vibration at the back of the gearbox, so we just unbolted it off of the engine. I've slid the shaft back. I didn't break the coupling, I just left the gearbox attached just so I could get in there, and I've tightened the bolts up on the inside there. There's a couple loose, put some Loctite on them, and now slotted it back in again.
Yep. Good job to do in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. So that's the engine under load. We're really starting to look a bit like Captain Ron the way we roll and like that. A lot of white smoke, so we're probably getting, I reckon the injectors need to be serviced because we didn't have a service stamp, so it's probably, and a bit of fuel might be leaking down the side of the pistons as well, or sludge and that, because that's generally white smoke. A bit of oil, we get a bit of an oil sleek as well coming out of the exhaust, so pretty much says it's time for a rebuild, and that's what we're looking into at the moment, somewhere in Indonesia. We're trying to organise the logistics of it at the moment.
Bit hard on the move, eh?
It's hard on the move, no internet, and then organising the logistics and the skilled tradesmen and labour to be able to do it in Indonesia is another ordeal in itself. So that's going to be, it is fun already, put it that way.
Yeah.
If you done.
This always happens. I get my hair stuck on everything. I literally can't move. If I was a solo sailor, I reckon I'd have to cut my hair off.
You'd shave your head. Yeah, Yosh to the rescue.
Yeah, don't hit replay, just hit restart. Ain't no skin off my back either way.
What a woman.
I'm making spicy chickpea burgers. I think burgers are our favourite food.
Easily.
And you gotta have avocado, and you gotta have pineapple oil, and you have to have beetroot as well on it. So
Aussie.
Doing the works here today.
Oh yeah.
This is why Yosh literally doesn't even buy meat anymore. Doesn't even look at it.
Because I've got you. Do you drive?
No, but I avocado.
Make a great dad, Benita. Great 50-year-old dad. Kitty.
Little Yosh's burger.
You know, when it comes to burgers, I don't stuff around.
I can't even.
Oh yeah, hands down, best feed we've ever eaten on passage.
warm coat because nothing's cold.
Not on Nandji.
It's been so cloudy, and I was expecting like a really calm ocean. It's actually really rolly and uncomfortable.
And what's on horizon?
Squall.
Coming to the party, mate.
Cheers. You're not very ladylike, Yosh. You don't really know how to wear a skirt.
What?
Cross your legs, Yosh.
They are crossed.
You naked pants. Woo! Marley! Hey!
Marley isn't scared of storms, lightning, nothing like that than other dogs, but we found his fear. His wind instruments. Like a shell. At first, when Benita was playing the harmonica, I just thought it was Benita's harmonica skills, but it turns out he's actually really scared of just wind instruments.
Baba, I'm sorry. I won't play the harmonica anymore. It's alright, Baba.
Good choice,
He's
Benita.
alright.
Good choice.
Yeah, he's a good boy. And what's it like at the equator?
Oh, it was really bloody hot, but then I realised we didn't have our little breeze operating. Whew. We got a mile left and we're sailing straight at this big old squall.
But we are determined. We want to cross this equator.
Wonder if I can tune into Neptune if he's just going to tell him to. Jog on! Off you go, buddy!
Business, business.
Looking after Nandji here. Nandji, keep coming. Just hold there, squall. Keep coming, Nandji. That's the way, buddy.
Maybe you need to talk to him.
He's looking at the water like he wants to disappear.
He's actually really scared of it. It's really weird.
Yeah, put it away. Sorry, buddy. It's
Sorry,
going
buddy.
downstairs.
We forgot. Oh, look at that
That's the gear, isn't it? We're sorry,
one.
mate.
Good boy.
Sorry to torment
buddy.
you with shells. We're like about 100 metres off the equator. This waypoint is the equator. And it looks as though the squall is right on the equator. So we're steadily bobbing and drifting in this 5-knot breeze, getting sucked in towards in the squall. We should drop all sails right to get rained on. It's nothing like sailing straight at a storm. On the equator, Neptune, we give this to you. So we have no rum, we know you love rum, but we thought we'd introduce you to this lovely Indonesian cheap vodka.
Yoo!
For you, Neptune, you have vodka. For me, I have bintang.
Bintang is the Indonesian beer.
For you, Neptune.
Scow! 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 Is that really done? No way. I don't know if I can do that.
You have to do that.
Oh my god.
As the captain, I must go first. So we're going to walk the boom and sacrifice ourselves to Neptune, swim around the boat, and then we head back in the southern latitudes. Thank you, Neptune. It's pretty sketchy.
I don't think I can do that.
Thank you, Neptune. Okay, it's your turn.
Ready?
Shotgun the beer for Neptune.
How do I do this?
Poke the spoon in the bottom.
Like here?
Get down the bottom.
There?
Yeah. Just gentle. Gentle. And now crack the top. Crack the top. And lift it up. Oh, lift the beer up. Lift it up. Drink it for Neptune. Well done. Now walk the boom.
It's just hectic. Oh my god. Wait.
Stand up and commit. The boom's right on the left. Don't stand on the sail. Oh. Oh, what a woman. Well done. That was a bit heavy. Alright, quick, we're about to get smoked by this storm.
Really, really heavy. Bucketing down. Woo!
For more footage of life at sea, check out this week's feature vid. Coming up next on Nandji.
Oh my god, it is huge! Come and have a look.
Now this is what dreams are made of, ladies and gentlemen.
Exhaust pipe is off, so the motor is disabled, and we've had this storm roll through, and we're dragging.